Close your eyes. Close your eyes and go to bed.
Welcome back to the Harbor Podcast. I'm your host, the Kino Cowboy, with Austin Casher, aka Mother Superior, aka Boston Flasher. All right.
Hello.
We are going to be talking about a rather strange film, I guess you could say.
It's been making its rounds on social media quite a bit in
Yeah.
recent months. We're all going to the World's Fair.
Yes, I love low budget pictures. I love when they get notoriety and such. So I was like, fuck it, put it on the list. Let's fucking review it while it's fresh. And
Yeah, no, it's extremely fresh. Because I didn't know about this movie until seeing someone talk about, like, just being like, hey, you guys watch this on TikTok. And then after that, I had gotten quite a few more different videos. They're like, yeah, watch this movie.
I'm always attracted to movies that have either a like super crazy different scores on like review sites. Like this has a very high critic score, but an extremely low user score. And that always fascinates me. I want to know what the general audience hated about it and what the critics liked about it and see where within this I land. And I have probably a different perspective from most people watching this movie. So I can see why they would be either bored by the movie or just not get what it's going for. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have gotten a little filtered by this movie, just personally. But Kino sent me some information today about blood cults.
Right.
That kind of shines a little bit more of a light on this.
Right. Well, this whole movie, I'm not saying it's directly inspired or parodying this kind of thing, but yeah,
very similar.
There was a blood cult on YouTube. It might still be active. I'm not sure, but
that video you sent me was from 2020. I would assume it's still active.
Yeah, well, basically, it's like it's a thing where people they prick their finger and they write on this paper and they write this signature, basically being a part of a ritual that lets them be accepted into heaven, because under certain sects of either Christianity or whatever have you, there's 144,000 people that can get into heaven, whether it's like the chosen Jews or like whatever you have you. But this like apparently proves your worth to the powers that be and you get into heaven or something like that. So there's a YouTube channel, if anyone's not familiar, it's called Blame It on George. I've heard it George and Jorge, but I think it's legitimately George, even though it's.
I hope he correct us, please.
Yeah, but he dives in on conspiracy theories and like missing people and stuff like that. But it's he always he doesn't go too far down the rabbit hole. He is always like saying, well, here's what probably happened, but also
he's a lot of rationale to it.
Exactly, rationale, but also nice. He does a lot of lost media shit, which I'm into, and I love lost media. So check that channel out if you're needing more context on maybe some of the shit that's in this movie, because this movie is similar. She wants to do a challenge. It's not so much a viral challenge. It's a little more of an obscure internet challenge, more in the realm of the occult. This is very much an esoteric film, and it's basically a little ritual she has to do, prick her finger and says she wants to go to the World's Fair and wipe it on her screen. And that's supposed to start a sort of transformation. It's purposely very cryptic, this movie.
Did you interpret it as like a transformation or like a possession almost?
It could be whatever. She's one to like change into some sort of different.
It was fucking, there were a lot of really creepy fucking scenes in it. A lot of stuff that just like
weirdly
like, wow, this is weird.
unsettling,
Yeah.
unconventionally unsettling.
Yeah.
Specifically, the scene that stood out to me the most as like bad vibes without being, depending on your perspective, I guess, is when she can't sleep. So she watches that video of that woman doing her fingers
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
shit.
And
I
she
didn't
just
like that.
repeats over and over, almost like in a trance. And for a second, it took me a while to realize I was like, what the fuck is this video? Why is it so hypnotic? And I realized it's like a weird ASMR video, which is
Yeah.
probably, commenting on just the bizarre nature of content on the internet right now and YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like this, it seemed like almost like a let me put you to sleep type thing. Let me help you with your sleep, which definitely can help out some. It doesn't fucking help me.
But that movie, yeah, the video she was watching was fucking
weird. She was like
yeah.
touching the camera like that. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. I've watched enough jerk off instruction videos to know where we're going now.
Well, here's the thing. I need to put this down for a second.
Oh, no Kino this time?
No, just hold on. It's like I'm at a weird angle on my girlfriend's couch. This movie was right for me because I do deep dives on YouTube. I watch a lot of obscure personal channel shit with like 20, 30 views on it.
Yes, that's not my shit.
It's the whole movie. And if you're not in on the kind of stuff that happens in these obscure ass personal channel videos, then I can see why this movie would be bizarre even more than it already is.
I'm only familiar by proxy through like you and like fucking Cody Long.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you two are the people that have.
Cody and I would sometimes, we would just like say two random words, type them into YouTube, see what comes up. We do that all the time.
Shout out to Midman, by the way. That's Cody Long.
Yeah, we would find just random shit. And like, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes you get kids saying stupid shit they shouldn't be saying, or like
you find people kicking it in a sewage tank.
Oh yeah, or people like smoking meth and like doing like a meth like update on the back of like a restaurant or something. That shit's nuts. Yeah, dude. So I've seen a lot of backwoods fucking weirdo YouTube, especially
people like don't need access to the internet,
especially teenagers who like this girl have too much alone time. And that's the thing, this movie focuses on solitude a lot, and the
I think she's desperate to break out of that a lot
on the developing teenage psyche. And so that's a genuine problem these days. It's like there's a lot of solitary with being alone in your room on the internet. Obviously, she only has one interaction with her father, and it's him telling her shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Through a door, you don't even see him.
Yeah.
And she's just mainly in her room this movie. She goes out a little bit and films some stuff, but
we don't see her interactions with friends. We don't see only interactions she's had that are even palatable or like through the internet.
Yeah. And
like, I can't imagine that being that age,
Yeah, she's like
and having that much access to the internet like that. We had access, but like shit is so different just from like, I would assume she's like 16, 17. That was what, 2010, 2011 for us. And it's so different now. Like we had Omegle or like fucking chat roulette,
but like
nothing like this kind of shit where she's finding Discord chats of like people who are identifying with the same weird phenomena.
Exactly.
That would fucking get me weirded out. Like,
yeah, but also, what was I gonna say? Well, you can't tell what she believes is real and what she thinks is supernatural for a while. That's part of it, and you yourself are wondering what she actually believes, which is the point. But also it switches between traditional filmmaking and found footage filmmaking, which of course
I like that a lot.
I love because I do the same thing in my films. Check them out if you're listening, because it does the exact same shit. It flips in between them. And it gets to a point where you don't even know. The whole joke is like whether the midman's real or not, whatever. That's the whole thing. So I definitely like that aspect. But also, I'm a YouTuber. I'll admit it. No, there's nothing to admit. I've always been on YouTube since the beginning. That's
Shout
one of
out
those.
Varos the Great.
Yeah, that's one of those few like hipster things I have is that Jack Evans and I were on YouTube in January of 2006. Like,
Yeah, that's
long ass
early
time
boy.
watching Smosh's Pokemon video and shit like that. So I've watched YouTube from the beginning grow, and I've seen trends emerge, especially around 2017 ish, is when the shit like the Spider-Man Elsa videos were starting to hit, and like different different challenges and stuff. And what this movie is really playing off of in a lot of ways is these stupid kids challenge videos that I've seen on YouTube that kids believe are real or do something. Of course, I guess the primitive version would be Bloody Mary. You know, every kid has probably played that, where you go into a dark room. If you don't know, I guess you go into the bathroom, turn off the lights, and you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, and then something crazy is supposed to happen. And of course, nothing ever happens.
All right, go do it.
Except in Paranormal Activity 3, where they actually do it very effectively. Now, I will say,
they shout that movie out in this movie too.
That's the point, is that the found footage genre was so run into the ground in the early 2010s that we're now in a post like Paranormal Activity, The Fourth Kind, those kinds of found footage, Apollo, whatever it's called. And so now it's even commenting on that in a way and trying to be like on another layer. I don't know. It's really,
I was gonna say, you speak on this found footage stuff. It's like it was so popular, like you were saying at one point, because of like Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity, all of that. Cloverfield came and dropped and made tons of money. But now, like most of the found footage films I see are like lower budget indie films. Like this, have you ever seen Maniac?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Awesome little horror thriller movie that's all found footage as well. Just like everything I've been seeing lately has been smaller budget, and like that's the way that found footage should be.
Yes.
Like it should be low budget.
Either doing straight found footage or mockumentary style, or blending it like this is the perfect way for low budget films to be taken seriously by, you know, because if you're doing like a real serious drama and it's a no budget picture, you're not going to take it seriously just because of production value.
Say this film only was made for like $96,000.
That's what I'm saying. And so fuck, what was I going to say? Well, obviously that era of filmmaking influenced folks because it translated into YouTube, and some in interesting and creative ways, and then others that have been one, hoaxes, two, detrimental to young kids who can't differentiate reality from fiction sometimes. Obviously, the grandpa of this shit would be Marble Hornets, which was the original found footage Slenderman series on YouTube. But and even back then, kids were thinking that was real. But the problem is that there are channels that pander to kids purposefully, and like, let me give you an example. Like there's like these 3 a.m. challenges where first of all, these are fucking grown ass men or teenagers or whatever, you know, like old enough to have common sense, pretending like, oh, if you film it at 3 a.m., crazy shit can happen because that's witching hour. And then they stage some shit to happen in their house, and like they make it seem like it's real, just like those fake prank videos you see that H3 used to fucking shit on all the time. But then it escalates and it gets bad. And like I saw one that was like this guy reviewing, like he did a loot crate, but it was from the dark web.
Oh, I've seen shit like
and
that.
It's like a bunch of like shitty Halloween props that he got at like the Dollar Tree.
Oh, this is from Satan himself.
Yeah, well, stuff like that, but also like making light of the dark web and telling kids about that shit.
Yeah, no,
it's not good. It's detrimental as fuck, and tricking these kids into thinking he got sent random shit from strangers. It's not good, because then they're gonna try it and do that shit too, and not really understand at all. No 9-year-old kid's gonna understand the fucking horrible shit that can be found on the fucking deep web.
Yeah, there's not a single human being that needs to actually go to the dark web.
Right. Well,
Especially not children who could be
no.
exposed to
And
like some
just
really
that's where
damaging
it gets
shit.
really detrimental. And then that's where you get into the deep YouTube of like kids trying out challenges or making up shits or falling in possibly into something like this, like in the movie, or like the real life blood cult, I guess. Because if you watch that Blame It on George video, you see like one of the videos of the people doing the blood thing is like some like teenage girl.
It's a fucking like, yeah, it's a kid, and that
like a
fucked me up.
14-year-old kid.
And it's like her dad or something filming it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. So
People slip up too much, man.
obviously this film is playing
realize.
off that, especially since she's, I don't know what the fuck her parents or her dad does, but she's alone all the time, isn't getting proper sleep, is on the internet, doesn't have any friends. So you can see the things that can happen from that. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely like a slow burn, but I find it fascinating because it replicates the small channel style so effortlessly, especially when towards the second half when she's just going out and filming shit around Christmas. It's just the most mundane shit. And it's interesting to see a movie take on that and be mundane, but like just off kilter enough to where you're wondering what the fuck. And you can tell that there's like some high concept lore with like the World's Fair, but they only speak on it like 2 or 3 times, so you don't get enough of that. Which, I like that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that this movie is a phenomenal horror film or anything like that. I'm just saying that it hits such a niche target that I was fascinated that it even existed.
Dude, that's fair as fuck. Yeah, no, that was well expressed there. Yeah, I'm not quite as deep into the YouTube as you've been for the entirety of our friendship and long before that. I do know quite a bit about it, but never really been the one to just look up random words and watch sad people on YouTube.
Yeah, dude.
So a lot of this, it wasn't something new, but it is something that has always made me uncomfortable. So most of this movie for me was very unsettling, uncomfortable moments.
Right.
I'll tell you what, Anna Cobb, it's her first feature film, fucking kills it.
Yeah,
she's so good in it. There are scenes in it where she gets, she's like soft spoken and she's, kind of timid. But you could see she's wanting more than that, like throughout the entire film, especially the scene where she's like, the transformation is really starting to take effect and she does that song and dance.
Yeah.
And starts screaming during the like chorus and then continues to keep on going with it. And it's like, what the fuck is going on at that point?
Yeah.
The other guy that's in this, his name is Michael J. Rogers. He puts up a good performance. As sort of like, I thought he was going to be a creep.
Well, that's what the whole thing is leading you to think.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a pedophile. This is someone who's, an older man who is, talking to a younger woman on the internet. And like, they never see each other's faces, but he knows about the World's Fair and her pricking her finger, and he's watching all of her videos and telling her, hey, keep making videos so I know that you're okay. But it always seems sus. But in reality, he was legitimately caring, and he was legitimately making sure that her psyche wasn't like completely fucking broken.
Yeah.
But I thought he did that.
No, because the way they shoot it, first of all, there's some good tracking shots of this movie. But yeah, towards the ends where she's like, fuck no, this is all bullshit. Don't fuck with me. You're a pedophile. And he gets up and he is like trying to reevaluate what he should do or think.
Okay. Real quick, Michael Rogers was Beyond the Black Rainbow.
Yeah, I know. Fucking
I didn't fucking remember that. Holy shit. Yeah,
he's in, too. So of course he probably dug the esoteric direction this movie was going. That's why he probably signed on. But yeah, cool. What was I gonna say? I don't know. But just the that ending. when he leaves.
sticks.
Yeah, or because you think for a second I was like, what if this guy is actually like, for a second I was like, what if it's her father or something? That'd be fucked up.
Yeah,
But
no, I thought that too.
or just, you know, or he was a predator and he was like trying to meet up with her or something. I don't know.
It's
But
my suspicion the whole time. My the thing about that last conversation, they get that argument where she basically tells him to fuck off,
yeah.
never talk to him again, calls him a pedophile, but he also goes into like that conversation about
yeah.
the situation.
Yeah, here's the thing is that he could just be fucking weird too. I think he might believe in this fucking blood shit a little too much. I'm not sure. It's kind of purposely cryptic about what he believes and what he doesn't believe, because that shit at the end he could have just been fucking making up, dude. You know, it could have just been bullshit. But
He was like making separate accents though, like separate voices, like
yeah, I think he's just
fucking
a fucking
crazy
weirdo, crazy
weirdo.
guy. I don't think I don't think he was trying to sleep
So
with this
you don't
girl.
think the World's Fair is an actual thing? You think it's just something that's in their minds?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's so cryptic is the best word for it. It's so
Right.
left to your own interpretation.
And so yeah, some movies, the cryptic shit can be so forced and just like detract from the film, like Saint Maud. I don't. That's one of my least favorite fucking A24 movies because there was so much potential there, but you could tell it was just being cryptic for cryptic's sake. The whole point of this movie is to be some fucking 30 view fucking personal channel video. So, you know, but so it works for me on that end. So yeah, it's kind of up to your interpretation, I guess, with the ending of the movie. Also there's clear signs of her like loneliness and shit when she's doing the tarot reading, and she's just doing it to an audience, but really she's just saying shit about herself. And I don't know, it's just this conspiracy shit and like these kinds of things can spread so easily between lonely weirdos on the internet. And
Well, there's the point in like her mental deterioration where she's literally saying she's going to kill herself or kill her father or whatever with a shotgun and the thing. And it's like, that's where I'm like, I don't know if it's just like her own mental health deteriorating on its own, or if that's caused by some supernatural phenomenon of the World's Fair.
right. And she could be, who knows, or she could just be aware that maybe she was letting herself buy into it as a way to entertain herself, and then it got too far. I don't know, the mind is very powerful. You can convince yourself that you're fucking dying. Like, I don't know, like if I'm anxious or if I'm having a panic attack, my brain can convince me that I'm about to fucking die.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
I don't know.
I guess a big thing, because like when she does sort of break out of it at the end, when she's like, Casey's not even my real name.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it blurs the line even further.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like she's just been playing this game this whole time and putting on an act. Like when she like destroys her stuffed animal and then immediately regrets it. like
that's the biggest part where it's like, well, what's real, what's not?
Yeah, it's like, did she fake this whole time and just kind of overdo it? But
yeah, I don't know.
It's a weird movie. It's short to the point. Some people will say it's anticlimactic.
Yeah,
but it's effective for what it needs.
I don't know what they're looking for with this movie.
I don't know. I need to read interviews.
No, I'm kind of just trying to explain why it works to people outside of this very niche setting. You know, like, because it's on the money with a lot of stuff from what I've seen in my experience on YouTube. And to the lesser degree, there's much more popular movements, less esoteric or occult movements, like for example, Tide Pods. That was a big fucking thing. Like kids being stupid. Or
did you know that a lot of reviewers, I guess I didn't pick this up, that praise the film's evocation of gender dysphoria through horror.
Right. I thought maybe a little something there.
It makes,
but I didn't, because I'm not.
Yeah, I don't have gender dysphoria, but
I don't have that. But I know the
director's non-binary.
And so I'm sure there's something there.
What they said was they were trying to do something that felt truthful to the coming out process.
Interesting.
That kind of changed my perspective on this film quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, that makes it a little bit more palatable for me.
Sure. Yeah, it's just neither you or I are trans or what have you, so it's kind of hard for us to
I didn't pick that up. Just
it's hard to pick up on stuff like that. I read about the director before I came on here, but yeah, I didn't.
Interesting as fuck. I know that puts this in a whole new light for me, and cool. That's good.
Yeah, but also obviously the director has a distaste for these fucking the problem with unsupervised YouTube,
like cutting for Bieber.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that, cutting for Bieber.
Yeah,
people at home, do you remember when Justin Bieber found out he smokes weed? Oh my!
All right, boys and girls. This is part of the podcast where we show off our Justin Bieber scars.
Oh no! On Twitter, there was a movement of that started off as a joke. That's the thing. Is it started off as a joke that we're gonna cut ourselves for Bieber, and then it caught on, and fucking 13-year-old kids were cutting themselves. How fucked up is that?
Dude, I cut myself because I felt bad, not because I liked Justin Bieber.
We are in a place in history where it's like the Wild West with certain shit.
You think we would have cut ourselves for Michael Jackson?
Fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was the biggest celebrity that's ever lived. So it's like
you cut him over, like, oh, we don't think he touched kids, so let's cut ours. What are you saying?
I don't know, dude. I'm trying to compare, like, what level of stardom.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a whole group of people. Like I said, Michael Jackson's the biggest star. I mean, I guess his cutting for himself or whatever was to, covering up molestation charges.
Well, that's the thing, is before widespread YouTube and internet, I could see cutting for Bieber happen in like maybe like one middle school out in like Idaho or something, and like a group of kids. But because of the power of social media, it was like a legitimate bad.
It was like a big thing
that happened. Yeah,
I'm just like, I couldn't imagine. I just would love to see how the internet would have projected stardom and different movements back in like the 80s. Like, there's so many. It's just crazy to think about the shit that we have to deal with today.
Also,
fuck,
there's some good to it too, because you get creepypastas, which are, most people are aware that these are made up because they're called creepypastas, and it's fun to pretend that there might be some crazy shit that would happen. Like, there's a classic one is like Squidward like killing himself or something in an episode, like some fucked up Squidward thing where he had like black around his eyes. But here's the thing, it was such a popular creepypasta that SpongeBob like a year ago put a frame of that, of like their version of that, into an episode, just as like a haha, look at this. But then Nickelodeon cut it out, so now it is a real real thing. But
internet's a fucking weird place.
You can have fun with alternate reality stuff. I do. I love that shit. In fact, I made a whole movie about a fucking cosmic conspiracy about the black cube of Saturn. That influenced me heavily, and I made Summit of Saturn. And but the problem is that I took it from real people really believing this fucking powers that be high level shit, and planets and spirituality and spiritual warfare and all this stuff. They believe this stuff. I don't. I like Neon Genesis as much as the next guy, but I'm a little more grounded in reality. I can be open to certain shit, especially cryptids. I love that stuff.
I get on deep dive. But that's my bread and butter is cryptids.
But I guess what you should look up is Alex Jones Explains Neon Genesis Evangelion. You'll see what the kind of shit I'm talking about, like psychic vampires and fucking elitist pedophiles and you know, stuff like that.
You're gonna regret saying all this when the third impact happens.
Yeah, well, fucking A. I'm cool with that. I'll return to fucking primordial ooze and shit. I'm cool with that. I don't know. It's an interesting movie.
It's not provoking as shit, and I'm surprised it's getting the rounds it's getting through.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of millennials, like a lot of these kids, these are not like our age people that I've seen people talking about this with. It's a lot of people that are decently younger. I've seen like 18 to 22-year-olds talking about it, and it's one of those ones where it's like I'm glad that it's making the rounds that way.
Sure, I need to tell Cody to watch this. He fucking will get it. He'll get what's going on with it. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I think the film is justified, or you know what I mean. Like it's
valid.
Yeah,
it's got its place where it needs to go. And
it's got its place in the found footage genre, even though it's not all found footage. You know what I mean, though.
It's definitely a found footage film, though. I mean the fucking way that they filmed it, they use like webcams off of.
I know, but like some of it's traditional shot.
I just really like the way that they did it. Like they also did like scenes where she was filming herself out in the woods, and then they would film for a little bit from that camera, and then also have an actual camera filming from the side. I love that shit. I love this shit a lot. It's really well made for such a low budget, kind of under the radar thing.
Yeah.
You know, I said it was only made for $96,000. That's actually only how much it made. So it doesn't really say how much.
Yeah, it looks low budget as fuck.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Anna Cobb and things in the future. Hopefully. Especially the critical response to this is pretty fucking nuts. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Consensus saying narratively challenging and visually haunting. Which I can tell you, they're fucking some of the scenes are kind like nightmare inducing. There's that scene where she's like got her head, like all you see is basically like the side of her face while she's asleep, and she's just smiling. That shit creeps me out. I don't like.
Also, just like subtle shit that makes you think like, oh, is this the kind of person that would shoot up a school, or is she just quirky and
weird? Man. Do you believe in God?
yeah. Or she has those like fucking Tumblr posts that like yassify like serial killers and shit.
Can we please make a fucking yes girl fucking shoot up a school and make a movie about it?
No, I think I'm okay.
It's fucking funny to me, dude. You know, yes girls used to be Team Jacob or Team Edward, and now they're shooting up schools.
Now they're fucking having a heart with Ted Bundy in it on their shirt. And like,
fuck, dude, man. It's okay to like fucking, Robert Pattinson. It's not okay to like Ted Bundy.
It's the chicks that listen to nothing but Lana Del Rey in 2017.
He tastes like Pepsi Cola. It's about Harvey Weinstein. You know that? Fuck Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, she ruined a whole generation. But anyway, I guess that's mostly what I have to say about this film. A shorter podcast for a shorter movie, I guess. We can talk about whatever though.
You need to see The Northman.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that movie.
You definitely need to.
I'm shameful, dude. I shouldn't be wearing this crown. No, because I saw Strange twice, but I haven't seen The Northman.
Yeah, I've seen Strange twice.
It's shameful. Well, here's the thing. The reason is, first of all, the theater where I have my $18 a month unlimited movies stopped showing The Northman, so I'm pissed. I don't When I have to go.
They stopped showing it already?
They stopped showing it a week ago.
Dude, we still have it here at both theaters in Fort Smith.
Yeah, that's nice. The little people in my city aren't going to see it, I guess. It's partially my fault and Sumner's fault for not going to see it. I just had shit going on the specific weekend it came out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair, dude.
I'm gonna watch it soon.
We've got a lot of bangers coming out this summer, man. We got Men coming out on Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna see
which
that.
I'm fucking hyped for. A lot of incels are getting mad about that movie. Like,
of course, makes it more fun.
Yeah, that's why I'm really excited to see it, just to see what just the
calling it Men is the best part.
Yeah, no, it's
also it's not even directed by a woman, so
no, dude, it's weird, man. We're in a weird state for critic people. We got a lot of good shit coming out though.
I saw Strange the second time because our electricity went out for fucking 6 hours. Huh?
I
think you're like glitching out. Okay.
Am I glitching?
A little bit.
Man, we've had insane storms where I'm at today, so I would not be surprised. Yeah.
It didn't hit here, at least yet, but
yeah, you guys will probably get it. Let's see.
I don't know, but yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm gonna see Men, but I'm surprised that Top Gun Maverick is getting exceptional reviews, but also I'm gonna have to see that with my mom anyway, so I'd rather it be reviewed well, I guess. But they're saying it's like way better than the original and one of the best blockbusters in recent memory, which I was floored to hear. So we'll see.
If it gets a 90% or above, I'll go see it in the biggest theater I can.
Why?
I don't care for Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
And I'll go see it if it's like an insane, like I gotta see it type movie. But I'm only gonna go see it in the biggest fucking theater I can. I want to see giant fucking dog fights, and I'm probably gonna get ridiculously stoned for it.
Yeah, fair.
To make Tom Cruise bearable, and Miles Teller, because Miles Teller's kind of a fuck too.
I'll probably be the youngest person in the theater if I go see it.
I was surprisingly felt like one of the youngest people in the theater for The Northman, and then I got
weird as fuck.
Yeah, dude, it was like there was a lot of like older, like 50s and 60s type people in my theater, and I'm pushing 30, so I'm not that young.
We're in our 20s still, we can say it. It's just like it's different because when I went to see The Lighthouse, it was a bunch of like college film students and shit.
That's kind of what I expected, because it's Robert Eggers' new fucking movie, and then I get out of the movie theater and all these fucking the only young people in there were like, that movie was the longest movie I've ever seen. It wasn't that good. I'm like, bitch, Batman came out like a month ago and it's like 45 minutes longer than this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
it's
man.
Not that crazy.
It filters a lot of people. I think a lot of people weren't expecting the story that it told to be the classic Hamlet story, which is what it is, and I think people were expecting just different things, but it hit my expectations and more. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
It's strange that people would say that about it being long when like almost every Marvel movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Dude, it's ridiculous too, because like I didn't think the pacing was bad at all. I thought it was. It starts fucking fast and it ends fucking fast. Like, I thought it was really, really well paced.
Plus,
and so to hear that, I was like, "What the fuck?"
A lot of movies from their day are fucking so long that they have intermissions. Like,
yeah, like what the
fuck? No, I don't know. That's really strange.
Are you gonna watch that new Firestarter movie?
No, I'm good.
What about the new Rescue Rangers?
Yes, I am actually. I
can't
I can't help myself.
I need it to be good.
I watched the fuck out of that show as a kid. All the Toon Disney shit that it was basically all the ABC shows in the early 2000s were put on Toon Disney.
Fucking
DuckTales and Tailspin, all that shit I watched.
Yeah, man.
Fucking A. So I'm gonna have to watch it, especially because it's getting better reviews than I expected. And this, I hate saying that, but like, because I don't normally want to. Going off of reviews was a 19-year-old Adrian thing, but like I still, if I do see a lot of people giving it praise, I'm like, well, why? Because the trailer I watched, I was like, this looks like an abomination, because the 2D animation isn't even 2D. It's like rotoscoped onto 3D.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a pass, I guess, if it's decent enough, because there's a couple of it seems to be legit.
The only thing that I can have in my back of my head, it's the same situation. Remember what we thought about the Lego movie before the Lego movie came out. We were all just like, that's going to be mid as fuck. And it ended up being one of the better animated films of that year.
The animation was so good in the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie that it looked like it was stop motion.
Yeah, dude. So I'm cautiously optimistic. It's
really good. It looks like the closest we'll get to a Roger Rabbit kind of sequel, kind of thing. Fair. Not exactly Toontown, but
it's not my most excited animated movie of the month. We got Bob's Burgers coming out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which we could go see it that day. Everyone's coming to swim.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm down. I forget. Yeah, I'm coming down.
Get a big group together.
We can either go that Saturday or we can go that Sunday. I'm probably gonna.
Stay either way. But if we get a whole group to go Saturday night and see it, that'd be cool. I'm down. Anyone listening at home, if you want to go see Bob's Burgers and you live in my city, hit me up.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
No, but
I'm very excited for that movie.
Bob's Burgers is something
timeless.
Grew on me.
It's timeless
because it's Parker's favorite show.
It's the modern Simpsons.
Yeah, well, modern Simpsons mixed with King of the Hill, I'd say.
Well, what I'm saying is it's the best animated TV show, adult TV show we've had in a long time. There's not anything that's really been comparable. It's got 13 seasons now, Adrian.
Yeah.
What's been comparable in quality for 13 seasons like that?
King of the Hill had 13 solid seasons.
There you go. That's about
season 11, it dipped down a little bit, but the rest was pretty good. But I just don't want to see Bob's Burgers goes the Simpsons and fucking Family Guy route where it's
they're a little bit more creative. They got H. John Benjamin on their team.
I know.
Kill it, and then we get our fucking we got so many good movies coming out in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Got Jurassic World coming out. I'm honestly excited. I don't give a shit.
I'll probably see that for my birthday with my family.
I'm gonna get stupid. I'm gonna eat 4 edibles before I see that shit.
My brother, my brother was huge into dinosaurs in Jurassic Park growing up.
Oh, I love dinosaurs, dude. I'm still big. OG Jurassic
Park. I'm just saying, he had one of those fixations,
Oh yeah, what kind of a fixation?
The those kind.
An artistic fixation.
Right. Yeah.
Did you get a French Dispatch poster?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it to Matt because he really loved that movie.
Yeah, it's a fucking good movie, man.
I need to give it to him. There's another one over there. I don't have any room for more posters. I'm trying to, because the only one I'm trying to put up is the 93 Godzilla versus Ghidorah, which is really cool. But the rest,
let me know if you get rid of that shit. I'll take that one.
No, that's the one I'm about to put up.
That's what I'm saying. Let me know if you get rid of it. I'll take that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to some stuff.
Life seems.
I don't know. It's just kind of a weird May. We already.
It is a weird May.
Marvel shit, but
we got Doctor Strange. We've already seen twice, and it's halfway through May. We've got only another month after this month until we get Thor, which is fucking insane. Oh, yeah. So we got Thor in July, and then we get Wakanda Forever in November.
Okay, all right. Well, we already talked about Marvel.
We can talk about Star Wars now too.
Oh shit!
Keep it on brand because we got Obi-Wan coming out.
They just announced a bunch of shit.
Yeah, fucking Star Wars Acolyte. Did you see that shit? 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Yeah, that could be the big time. That could be the big thing I'm waiting for.
Yes.
If it's done well, I guess.
I'm fucking so high. Did you ever watch the Visions with the different? Why?
I don't know. I watched 1 or 2 episodes. I was like, I watched 3. I watched 3 episodes.
You're missing the last half of that is where it gets good.
Okay.
You could skip all. There's 3 in the last half that are just fucking.
If we're just doing shit, you and I, and we don't have shit to do, I'll watch it with you.
Okay. I'm kicking everybody out of the pool party next week.
I'm just saying it's that kind of shit. I don't know. I also never watched What If.
I watched the necessary ones.
That's shit that I would watch on YouTube. I don't know why I won't click on it on Disney Plus. I don't know. It just feels more like YouTube content. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair because it kind of is. It's like that Dark Knight the pre the
Animatrix, I
Dark Knight
guess.
came out. Yeah.
Animatrix is good.
Well, they had that the Dark Knight thing that came out right before the Dark Knight came out, which was all the anime directors animating a Batman story.
Okay.
So it's different animation styles and different stories that are not necessarily canon to the universe, but they're different interpretations on the art.
I get it.
How the fuck do you not like that kind of shit? I bet you don't like Love, Death, and Robots either, do you?
I haven't watched it.
What the fuck, Adrian? It's David Fincher produced, and he's gonna have his first animated feature on this next one.
Huh.
Which comes out Friday.
That's nice. I guess we have some streaming content. We have I hate using that word, but it is what it is. But yeah, we got Obi-Wan and Stranger Things. All this is pop culture shit, but guess what? Casher and I are gonna watch it and possibly enjoy it.
Most likely, unless they do something fucked on Obi-Wan.
The summer is keen for popcorn movies. So people at home, that's just how it is.
Sorry, not everything's got to be fucking House or fucking, I don't know,
the movie we just watched,
Tree of Life, or fucking the movie we just watched. Oh well, we'll still pepper those in, but it's blockbuster season, baby.
Oh yeah, damn, my phone died. Well, okay. Thanks for listening, people. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day, I guess. Next week we got the worst person in the world, so look out for that. We're getting in some more small time Kino before the summer kicks off, and then we'll be doing Kino's summer series, which was still the most popular shit we've done on this channel. So look out for that, because I love summer atmosphere, and so I'm big on doing that series. So yeah, look forward to that. See ya.